Well, hello my fellow video gamers and Let's Players, I'm JodoPlays, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Spongebob Squarepants Battle for Bikini Bottom. In the last episode, we finished up Downtown Bikini Bottom, and we only did Downtown Bikini Bottom in 2 episodes. I was really expecting Downtown Bikini Bottom to at least take 3, but I guess it took 2, because, you know, by the time I got a certain length into Downtown Bikini Bottom, I was like, you know what, there is no reason to make a 3rd episode for this. We are just going to finish it in that episode. Anyways, in this episode, actually, we're going to be going to Goo Lagoon. Let's go.
Goo Lagoon, a sun-drenched beach of sludge at the bottom of the sea. But all is not well here on Paradise.
Now, something a little bit different about this level is that we don't automatically go into a cutscene when we start the level, because as you saw there, like, in Jellyfish Fields, and, well, this is the Bowl Bash thing, we just use the Bowl Bash to get up there, but as you remember, in the first 2 levels, what would happen is the one cutscene would show the thing, and then it'd be like, oh, here's the problem, like, the main problem of this area. Well, we're not going to be getting into the main problem for a little bit. I mean, it's not going to be that long, but we do have a cutscene before we get to it, and that cutscene will be somewhere, but I actually want to... Okay, good, because I believe I can actually get this up here. There we go, okay. I don't think I've ever gotten that because I just saw it now, and I'm like, you know what? Let's try to finagle that and get that. But let's see Monsoon. You know what? You shouldn't have just been saying, like, duh, 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 duh. Like, really? I don't know why you would say that, but okay. Anyways, that's Monsoon. Just use the uppercut before his little thundercloud hits you. Anyways, see that in the distance? It's good old Mr. I Don't Do Leg Day, but first I want to try to get this. There we go. Hey, man.
SpongeBob, do I look burned?
Well, you do look a little red.
Barnacles! That darn robot.
Robot?
Yeah, a big robot stole everybody's sunscreen.
Oh no! Everyone will burn, and then they'll get all itchy and peel.
Exactly! You can't spend a day at the beach without sunscreen. That sun is way too hot. That robot is out on the island. Nobody can get to him. SpongeBob, maybe you can use those sun reflectors to point the sun's rays on that robot. If you hit one of the buttons on the side of a lifeguard tower, the reflector will turn. Connect all the towers and the light will shoot right out of the big reflector on the island. Then all you have to do is swim out to the islands and turn the big reflector onto the robot. I'll stay here and protect the babe.
But I, can't swim.
Yeah, that is a very big deal because SpongeBob cannot swim, as he said right there. So you know what? What are we going to do? How are we going to get there? Well, we'll find that out later. But first, what we have to do is we have to actually set this little light array up, which is, it's not really all that hard. It's basically kind of like, I don't know if it's really skill, but I think it's definitely luck, because you have to hit one of these buttons and really hope it goes to the right area. And I know just from the practice that that is the right area it needs to go to. Because basically you need to make it so the sun reflector reflects all the way to that little light tower all the way over there. Light tower, I meant lifeguard tower. And then once you get over there, you can do it, shine on the robot, then you get the main objective done, which, and like most levels, you do not get the main objective done until really late in the level, otherwise known as the end of the level. All levels are basically like this. I mean, sometimes the main objective is only like a side objective, really, and it's like, why is this the main objective? But, I don't know, what the main objective is always like the first objective you get in a level. Now that I say now that I have said main objective way too many times, let's continue with Goo Lagoon. Now, Goo Lagoon is definitely most likely one of my favorite levels in this game, just because, you know, who doesn't like the beach? Everyone likes the beach. Also, as you see, there's a sock there, and also I want to mention that this button, if you hit this button over here, it'll also go to the tower over there, but that one will trick you because that one won't lead to anything. So it's kind of weird. It's like, yeah, because it actually does kind of trick you, and was this the one it went to? Yes, it is. Now, I'm not exactly sure which one here. I believe it is this one maybe that we have to hit, because one of them will go to the one tower right over there, and then with that we can go and shine it to the one tower all the way over there. I'm not exactly sure if the like area where the button is pressed or what button you press determines on what direction it goes in. I mean, it's probably works something like that, but I don't know. So if it is true, that means pressing this button will make it so it goes over to the side. And without practice, I was able to do that without fail. Have I been playing this game a lot, or maybe the puzzle was just not that hard? I do not know, but there is one thing we can do right now, and that is get Patrick. First, make those clams go away, which Very weird how clams fly. I mean, I know that's how they actually maneuver and I know that's how they maneuver in real life, but it's kind of a weird thing if you think about it. Like, how clams, you just go in there, do like flip, 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 they flap their little, what would you call them? Like, their oyster things? I don't know. Their shell, yeah. It's a shell, Jordan. What else would it be? And there was a robot there. Jesus, okay. Well, I guess they're, like, that little Duplicatotron is putting robots everywhere, and that one robot was being a little stupid because he tried hitting me, but you can't really hit me if you're trying to hit me in the wrong direction. That is something. Also, I believe these light things do not hurt you if you get hit by them, so that is something I want to show now. If you might be wondering, like, why the heck am I jumping on these things over here to get to different watermelons to hit buttons? Well, this will eventually lead to the one sock we found. Now, if you're not going for 100%, I would suggest not doing this because it's obviously only for a sock and you only need a certain amount of golden spatulas to get it. You do not need all the socks because all the socks are secondary items. I mean, you don't need all the golden spatulas in the game either to 100% to, like, actually beat this game. If you did, then getting 100% would kind of mean nothing because you need to get all the socks to get all the golden spatulas. So that means if you had to get all the golden spatulas in the game, that means you'd have to get all the socks in the game. And yeah, that's kind of it. That is why I'm saying if you're not going for 100%, don't even worry about this. I mean, you can get, like, if you're not going for 100%, just get socks to get golden spatulas. But, you know, ooh, 25. I mean, I was about to say, oh, we're pretty close to the end of it, but nah, that's 25. I was thinking, like, oh, we're like a fourth done, but that'd be if there's 100. A fourth done would have been when we had 20, because it's 80, but now I forgot that that's basically all we can do as Patrick right now. Now we need to switch over to SpongeBob, yeah. There are a lot of things in this level you have to do before you get your first golden spatula, because a lot of it is just like doing these little mini things to get it done with, but now that we're kind of done with those mini things, let's go and talk to Mrs. Puff and get our first main objective.
Oh no, the children's balloons have been overfilled. They're carrying the children out of control.
I don't know, Mrs. Puff. It looks like they're having a lot of fun.
Yes, too much fun if you ask me. You can save the children by bubble bashing each of the balloons. Bubble bash all the balloons, then come see me for a reward.
Can do, Mrs. Puff.
Now that we know that Mrs. Puff is the Doomsday Doll fun, we have to brace it. Yeah, excuse me about that one. Basically, what we have to do is we have to destroy all these balloons. The reason, well, because Mrs. Puff is being a little bitch, and she wants all these balloons gone. Now, can I get this balloon over here? No, I cannot. I was about to say, if I say yes now, it might not work. And that is exactly what happened. It did not work. Now, looks like you're going to be going over here. Now, the stupid thing with these balloons is that they'll try to outsmart you by going, like, if you go to a certain area, they'll actually purposely fly out of the area you want to go to. I know, it's kind of stupid, but it is something that it has to do because, like, if it didn't do that, then it'd be, like, way too easy. Well, I don't know. I used to think this mission was kind of hard, not from these ones here, but from the ones out in the water. The ones out in the water actually have a decent challenge, because the ones out in the water, what you have to do is, ooh, that was actually nice. But the ones out in the water, you have to worry about, like, accidentally going in the water, and you have to go between, like, platforms and stuff, and it's really kind of nerve-wracking if you think about it. Now, if we go down here, as you see, there's a sock. You might not get this if you don't see it, but then again, since socks are the secondary collectible, it sometimes is kind of hard to find socks. And okay, I did not get the G-Love with that guy, which I wasn't really even planning to get the G-Love with the backswing of that guy or whatever. But you know, who cares. Now, there is something I want to do, but I don't know if it'll cancel the mission if I go over and do this. Actually, I don't think it will, so I'm going to go over here and do this as Patrick right here. Because I know this is actually another thing that will give us a good old golden spatula. What we have to do is we have to take this good old tiki, throw it good old here, and then we can use this to jump all the way up here. And we were in the mountain. Don't know why we were in the mountain, but over here, a good old clam to pay all our hard-earned shiny objects to. Like I always say, don't pay Mr. Krabs until the end. Even if you accidentally talk to him, make sure you say no, because if you pay him, you might not have enough shiny objects to continue on with the game. I mean, at least I don't have enough, because I guess I'm not really the best with collecting shiny objects, because the way I play most games is like, oh, gotta go fast, because I'm Sonic, basically. And the Sonic Let's Plays says, oh, I have to go fast through everything, not the Sonic Boom of Let's Plays. If I was the Sonic Boom of Let's Plays, I'd have a weird Knuckle. Well, not Knuckle, I'd have a weird Knuckles thing, and I guess Knuckles has fingers now, and also I would not actually be all that fast, because if you think about it, Sonic in Sonic Boom, or at least the video game, or like, what is it, Rise of Lyric or whatever? Yeah, it's Rise of Lyric. In that video game, Sonic is basically just as fast as everyone else, so it's like, why does it even matter? Anyways, what are we, 10 minutes into this episode, and we finally got a golden spatula. That took a while, but then again, you know what? What we have to do now is we have to kill ourselves. Just a little easier said than done, because you kind of have to land in the water like that. Now, the reason you want to kill yourself is because it'll send you all the way back here, and you don't have to worry about making your way all the way back there. Because I believe if you die, like, actually, I don't know. I think it would send you back if you die on the way back anyways. But now we have to get the rest of those balloons, which, yep, we still have 3 out of 5, so that's really good. Thank God they don't, like, reset if you switch to Patrick or whatever. Because, I don't know, I just thought, you know, let's get that Patrick thing out of the way once we see that, because then we'd be like, you know what? We wouldn't even have to worry. And come to think of it, I'm not exactly sure how that one robot got there. Because there's no Duplicatotron around. I mean, some of the robots are like, oh, there's no Duplicatotrons around, so I don't know how they'd get over there, but I don't know. Sometimes they're like, you know, maybe a little different, and thank you for coming over there. That was really nice. I mean, you're definitely a lot better than some of your other brethren, because some of your other brethren are like, you know what? I don't care for SpongeBob. And they'll be like, I'm just going to make SpongeBob. Like, I'll make it as hard as it can be to get these. Now, yeah, okay, that one was a little tricky. I kind of thought it was a little off there. But this one's also a little bit hard. Because what you have to do is you kind of have to go between these, like, back and forth. Because they'll start sinking. And they will actually sink all the way to the bottom of the ocean if you stay on them long enough. So, definitely utilize the longer jump area thing of this here. And, yeah, that's what we got. I thought it said all kids reacted, which is kind of weird. Because I actually heard that, like, I actually watch the Fine Brothers on YouTube. They have the Kids React series, Teens React, Elders React, YouTubers React, and I think they had Celebrity, whatever. I'll talk about it later.
My hero! You saved the children! Here's a golden spatula as a reward.
Well, thank you for the golden spatula, Mrs. Puff. You know, it kind of looks platinum from here. What did we get? The platinum spatula? Platinum turkey baster? Bronze dingling? I don't know. It's something. Let's hit this guy. We hit him. Because you know what? He's like a bobblehead. Because you hit him, and they come right back up. Because that's all of them. Kind of like that. And I think that one actually made a different noise as well. And ooh, thank you, respawning boxes. I can get even more and more and more of these. Also, excuse me, if you want to know, you can take these things here, the good old stone tikis, you can throw them in the water to break them. That's just something I need to tell you. To be fair, with all these cuts, I did just have pizza for dinner. So I might be a little burpy. That's why I'm kind of like, you know, gotta pause every once in a while to get a good burp out. Which sometimes I'm like, you know what? It might be slightly TMI to say, but I don't know. It's not like I'm saying, like, oh, I just, like, threw up last night. Which I did not, to be exact. Because, I don't know. That's something I would never, like, say on a video. But saying burping, it's like, it's kind of like saying Nintendo Capri Sun's immature for saying burp. It's like, really, who says that? Like, who says Nintendo Capri Sun isn't, like, mature for saying burp? Because that's, like, his thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little too overdramatic here. But something that's not overdramatic, or maybe is, I don't know. Getting up to this sock can be a little bit of a pain if you think about it. Because what you have to do is you have to make sure you get on those tikis to get up to here to get the socks.
SpongeBob, I heard that you were collecting golden spatulas.
Yes, Bubble Buddy, I am. Have you seen one?
Why, yes. We were having a sandcastle contest, and somebody put a golden spatula on the top.
If I had a castle, I'd name it Fort Patty Town III. And Fort Patty Town III would have a big bake sale every Monday.
Why are the 3's not capitalized? Why are they lowercase-ized? It's just something I noticed.
The golden spatula?
Oh, at the top of the sandcastle, right. That should be easy to reach.
Well, perhaps you should see it for yourself.
Now, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to be doing this here, because there is a sock we can get, but we can only get it as Patrick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through this as Patrick first, and then I'm going to go back as SpongeBob, because we need to get it as SpongeBob as well. So, how to get this as Patrick? Well, I'll tell you once we get to there, but first let's, like, ignite this thing. It's not really igniting anything, it's just hitting that button, but as you vaguely saw up there, there is a sock on that ledge that we need to get, right up there. So in order to get that sock, we kind of have to rush a little bit, and then we have to get a Freezy Fruit at a certain area, just in the nick of time, when it's at, like, a certain height in order to get to the sock. That is why you have to be really fast here, because you need to get to the Freezy Fruit in time. I believe this is the only way you can do this. I mean, I guess you could try jumping for it, but I don't know how well that would work. So now, once you get over here, take this here, and then throw it in the water. And then hopefully you'll be able to make it up here. I believe I did it in time, so I should be able to make it. Yes, I did. Okay. Now, well, I kind of just need to exit out of this area. Can I jump all the way down here? That is not the area I can jump down. Because, you know what? Let's actually hit this here. I know I'm being very scatterbrained, but I do really want to get to the bottom here, because I want to actually continue with this as SpongeBob, because I believe I need SpongeBob to actually get to the end of this. So I'm just going to be going back and forth and maybe almost killing myself, or not really. So now that the water is all sunken down, now we can go back as SpongeBob to get the one thing. And thank you for reopening the door. Because I was thinking like, oh wait, am I stuck here as Patrick? But no, they would not do that. Now, I could have probably just jumped off the side out here, but I decided not to because, you know, I'm a good boy like that and did not want to cause any mischief. Now, the mischief that would have caused was probably nothing that big, but it would be mischief nonetheless. Now, wait, do I need to do this? One, SpongeBob's saying something that doesn't even matter because the water's not rising. Now, I don't believe I need the water risen in order to get through this here. At least I don't think I do. The burps, man, that come up on you, and they're like, you know what? We're going to interrupt your commentary. And interrupting your commentary is never good, because then it makes it kind of worse. And I'm kind of not really. It's more of just saying, like, oh, I'm talking way too much here. Because that is something I do a lot. I talk way too much, and yep, I believe it was right that I did not actually need to activate the water to get up there. But I believe you need to do it at first, because at first when you do this, like, you have to hit the button to open the thing, which then causes the water to go up, which is kind of like, you know what? Like an Indiana Jones thing with, like, the boulder, except it's not a boulder and it's water. Now, I hate this part here, because this cannon keeps throwing beach balls at you. And sometimes when the beach ball hits you, you go flying, and that is never nice. So, you kind of have to be careful around. Oh, Jesus. Or maybe I'll accidentally fall off the entire... Whoa. Holy God, that was good aiming. Oh God, Jesus Christ. This thing, no. Now that I'm back about to where I was, now hopefully I can get through this area without having to worry about that stupid thing hitting beach balls at me, because I believe they cannot shoot this low anyways. Because as you see, they stop once you get close enough, because it's like, you know what? I cannot cause any more damage, but... before we get that good old spatula, there are a few things we can actually do here. Now I need to kill that guy first, but going over... actually, no, it's not going over here. What we have to do is we have to actually walk all the way over here where there's a little bit of platforms here. And these platforms will lead us to a little jumping area. And what does that little jumping area do? Well, that little jumping area jumps us all the way up here, and then makes it so we can get a sock and a whole bunch of tikis in the process. So, you know what? After I get this right here, I have to say that that is about it for this episode of Let's Play Spongebob Squarepants Battle for Bikini Bottom. In the next episode, we are going to be continuing Goo Lagoon, and that's basically all we're going to be doing next episode. So, this has been GentlePlays saying see you later and goodbye.